Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Self-Love Mobility Series. Today we're diving deeper into our hips again. Yesterday we were predominantly in the 90-90 position. Today we're going to be predominantly in the tucked 90 position. And we want to be teasing out internal and external rotation of our hip whilst being in different ranges. Alright, so when you're ready, meet me down on the mat. Okay, so to warm up our hips, we're going to be starting off with some quadruped hip cars. So just meeting me on the mat, I have my yoga blocks. Doesn't matter if you do or not, the movement is still the same. It's just choice, just adding a little pizzazz to today's movement, okay? So when you're ready, you are stacked. Your elbows are above your wrists, your elbow and your shoulders above the elbows. Okay, arms are about shoulder wide apart. And when you're ready, we're gonna start with our left hip. So bringing our left knee up towards our chest as much as we can. Making sure your elbows remain locked as the abduct, fire hydrant, opening up. Then you're gonna internally rotate, kicking that hip, that shin towards the ceiling, right? As much as you can. When you can't internally rotate anymore, so the donkey kick up towards the ceiling and bring that leg back to meet the other one. And when you're ready, reversing that, donkey kicking up towards the ceiling, making sure you're not hyperextending and dipping down in your spine, keeping that spine as solid and stable as possible. Open up, fire hydrant, maintaining that height, bring it all the way up, back towards your elbows, and back to center. And when you're ready, let's go twice more on that same side. Knee to chest as much as you can. Open up, fire hydrant, internally rotate by kicking that shin towards the front of your mat. At this point, making sure that your elbows remain locked. Donkey kick up towards the ceiling and bring that side to meet the other one. Reverse that motion. Donkey kick back up. Open up, fire hydrant. Maintain that height. Bring it all the way to meet your elbows and back down. One more time on the side. Knee to chest as much as you can. Open up, fire hydrant. Elbows locked. Internally rotate, then donkey kick up towards the ceiling. Make sure that core is tight. Bring that leg to meet the other one. We're going to reverse that motion. Donkey kick to the ceiling, right? Open up, fire hydrant. Bring it all the way to the front to meet the other one. Beautiful. Now we're going to do our right side. I'm just going to change this way, just for a different vantage point. When you're ready, right side, bringing that knee towards the chest as much as you can. Abduct, fire hydrant. Internally rotate. Donkey kick up towards the ceiling and bring that foot back down. Reverse that motion, donkey kick up. Open up, fire hydrant, maintain that height, bring the knee to the chest and back down. Two more on the same side, okay? Knee to chest as much as you can. Open up, fire hydrant. Make sure those elbows remain locked. Internally rotate as you bring that shin towards the front of your mat. Donkey kick up towards the ceiling. Make sure that spine remains solid and back down. Reverse that motion. Donkey kick back up. Externally rotate. Maintain that height. Bring it all the way to the front of your mat and down. Now one more on that side, guys. Awesome. Breathe through it. Knee to chest. Open up, fire hydrant. Internally rotate. Donkey kick up towards the ceiling. Bring that leg to meet the other one. Reverse that motion. Donkey kick back up. Open up, fire hydrant. Open up. Maintain that height. Elbows are locked. Bring that knee back to the front. Nice. Nice warm up there, guys. When you're ready, meeting me in the top 90 position. Okay? So as I mentioned, here we want to be able to, we're working on really talking and bringing out, is how I always like to explain it when I'm talking about rotation and the importance of it, right? At the joint level, particularly the shoulder and the hip joint, right? Because those are built to rotate and do a wide range of motion, right? So rotation is going to be the language that you're going to use to speak at the deepest level of the joint. So whenever you're moving, try and bring out as much rotation as you can before you then express the other movements, right? Before before you just couple it. For instance, how we just finished with the car. I want you to internally rotate as much as you can before you then donkey kick up towards the ceiling, as opposed to doing some swoosh movement, right, where you're not really isolating the motion. So anyway, in the tuck 90 position, here we are. We're going to be bouncing out of this. So coming, thrust up, sit back down, lift off. Oh, sorry. So from the tuck 90 position, we're going to be thrusting up, sitting back down, lifting up, externally rotating, extending, resting, and relaxing. Then we're going to lift off, we're going to hinge, we're going to internally rotate, keeping it tight, rest, thrust up. Okay? Sit back down. You're going to lift off. You're going to externally rotate. You're going to extend. And you're going to rest and relax. Reps. You're going to lift off. You're going to hinge. Internally rotate. See right here, I'm bringing it out. Bring out that internal rotation. Bring that leg to rest down like a ninja. Then thrust up. When you thrust up, you really just open up those the thigh muscles, the growing, the adductor muscles, right? And squeeze out those glutes. People don't believe me. I posted on social media the other day and said, oh, sweat from doing mobility work. You get hot when you're really doing it the right way. Anyway, let's keep going, guys. So we just sat back down. We're gonna lift off. We're gonna externally rotate. We're gonna extend and then rest. And relax. Again, you radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, and rest. Thrust up, nice. Sit back down. And a few more reps on the same side, guys. Lift off, externally rotate, extend, and rest. Okay, let's go. You radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, and rest. Nice. Again, thrust up. Not that hard. Sit back down. Nice and controlled. Lift off. Externally rotate. Extend. Rest and relax. That's where you catch your breath. You radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, bring it out, bring it out, bring it up, bring it up, and rest. Thrust up. Feel that. Awesome. Now we're gonna get ready to transfer over to the other side. Now you can do this whichever way you want, right? Transferring over with support or challenging yourself to do it. Without support, but with control, okay? You're always in control. Take control of your body, take control of your joints, take control of your movement, okay? You ready? Thrust up. Feel the difference between the two sides. Ready, radiate, lift off. Externally rotate, extend, and rest. Relax. Again, you radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, rest, thrust up. Ooh, love that thrust, because that thrust just really opens things up after you just run things out over there. Again, radiate, lift off, externally rotate, extend, rest. Nice. Really ironing out those joints, guys. You're doing a great job. Keep going. You radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, ring it out, ring it out, ring it out. Nice. Now, let me demonstrate this with support for anybody who may not be able to sit upright whilst doing so. And then we come with thrust up, right? Sitting back down, have your block. So the more you lean away, the easier it becomes. So say you're a beginner, you're leaning out of it, you lift up, you externally rotate, you extend, you rest, okay? You lift up, you hinge, you internally rotate, and you rest. Thrust up. So this is with support. You're still working the joints, you're working them in a more supported position. And as you progress, like I said, these flows are a great way to assess yourself, right? Whilst you do individual work on the side where you know, like, hey, this is where I was tight. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna just do these cars in this certain angle for a while, and then come back and do a float and reassess, right? Maybe you start off here, next time you're here, next time you're here, next time you're here, next time you're here, next time you. Okay, let's go. Thrust up, sit back down, lift off, externally rotate, extend, and rest. Breathe. You radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, nice. Thrust up, rest. Lift off, externally rotate. That's how I have fun with it, guys. Extend and rest. You radiate, lift off, hinge, internally rotate, and rest. Thrust up. There you go. You gotta have fun with it, man, because it's painful now, you know, otherwise. So either you have somebody you can suffer with, okay, or you just make it fun for yourself. Lift up. Externally rotate. Extend. And rest. Breathe. Last one, guys. You radiate. Lift up. Hinge. Internally rotate. And rest. 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 And we're done. Thanks again for joining me today. Look. I know you see the sweat. I know you see the sweat dripping on my body. Mobility work, okay? And this was like mild-ish, right? So again, progress it, regress it as need be, right? You have to move at your own pace, move where your joints are, where your body is, and just have fun with it. Most importantly, have fun with it, but still doing it. Even though it hurts, even though it's uncomfortable, know that at the end of the day, this is for the betterment of you. It's just like working out. It sucks sometimes when you're in it. It's hard and whatnot, but there's not one person who ever walks away from a workout feeling like, that was the crappiest thing I've ever done. I feel horrible. Da, 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 da. You always elevate it. Your mood is better, you know? So